What's going on, everybody? Bobster1984 back again, and it's been a while. I do realise this, but basically it's been international weekend, so what more can I really talk about? Newcastle United are playing Leicester City at home today, so that is the focus of this video. You might notice a few things a little bit different. I am actually now using a webcam instead of using my phone like a little bum. You know, this is my phone, so I'm going professional from now on. Got a geek big microphone, so I'm trying to make sure it's not in the picture too much, but it is. But anyway, we're going professional anyway. Well, as professional as you possibly can, doing shitty videos, talking to yourself in the camera. Anyway, what's happened in the last 2 weeks? Obviously, England have played a couple of games and won. One of them against France. Obviously, circumstances in the real world. Obviously, we like to talk about football on this channel, but I do like to mention obviously and offer my thoughts on what's happened in France. I'm not going to go into it in terms of obviously too much detail, but anyone who is from France who might happen to stumble across my video, my thoughts and prayers are with everybody in Paris and what happened. So I think, moving on to what happened in the England game on Tuesday, I thought it was a lovely way to do a tribute in terms of having, the whole of England, the England support, at Wembley sing the French national anthem. I thought it came across, really good on TV. Obviously, I wasn't there, but yeah, I just wanted to get something out of the way in terms of mentioning that, because I think it should be mentioned and it should be acknowledged. But anyway, moving on to today's matters, Newcastle United, as I say, are at home to Leicester City, and this is a game where, since obviously Vardy scored his 9th, I think it was, in the last game, I'm gradually getting annoyed. I'm sick to death of hearing his name, to be honest. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I mean, he does deserve a lot of praise for what he's done. He's one game away, one goal away from equaling Ruud van Nistelrooy's record of 10 goals in 10 games. Scoring in 10 straight games or whatever it is. I've heard some rumours bandied around about, people are going to be hiring in £15 million bids for him now. How way, man, for fuck's sake. £15 million for a player. I'm not 100% sure how old he is, but I mean, fair play to the lad. He's done superbly this season, he has. I'm not taking that away from him. But I really do hope Newcastle stop him from getting this record. And I'm not saying that because I'm being spiteful or whatever. I'm just saying it because I'm sick of, the media in this country building players up to be better than what they actually are. I mean, who in the right mind is going to spend 15 million on Jamie Vardy? It's like all this shit about Charlie Austin, man. I mean, he scored goals last season, but the majority of them were penalties, as far as I'm concerned. No. Anyway, getting back to the actual football. Now, Newcastle, obviously, in the last game against Bournemouth, had an extremely lucky result, and I did mention that in my video. It was probably one of those games where Newcastle have actually never played as bad and come out with a win, which doesn't happen very often. If you're a Newcastle fan, you'll understand. So what do I think is going to happen today? I think they'll play the same team, more or less. I can't really see there being any changes, to be honest. I do think it's going to be a different opposition to what we've been playing, as in Bournemouth. I think, no disrespect to Bournemouth, they absolutely battered with. I do think Leicester are a different kettle of fish, especially this season. Leicester have been nothing short of a breath of fresh air. They're up there with the top four. They're battling. They go 2-0 down, and you still think they've got a chance of coming back. I think, if you're a betting man, you put them on both teams to score every single game, because they're always going to concede goals and they're always going to score. So today, I do think it is going to be a game where we're both going to score, or at least I hope that's going to be the case. I do think Newcastle will go ahead, because I think, you know, even though they played poorly, they got the win that they needed against Bournemouth. A bit of confidence is there. They'll probably start off really quick. Maybe go 1-0 in the first 20 minutes. I do fancy Mitrovic to score today, although I do say that every game. I do fancy him to score today. Whether or not it'll be first, I don't know. But I do want a big game from Wijnaldum today. And I do want a big game from Perez. I know Perez scored in the last game, but I want more from him, because although I obviously want him to be brilliant, obviously, because everyone wants that. But I do want more from him, because a lot of people are talking about the big clubs coming in, and it goes back to the Jamie Vardy issue. How are you, man? Give your heads a shake. Anyway, I do think Perez is a good player. I don't think he's worthy of going to anyone like Man United or Tottenham or anyone that's banded around. I think he needs to stay at Newcastle, bang the goals in, get better and better, and then obviously whatever happens in the future happens. But anyway, that's going off topic again. But I do think Newcastle are going to win today, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a Newcastle fan or I'm being optimistic or overly optimistic or whatever. I'm saying that because I do genuinely believe that Newcastle will win today. I think Leicester have had one too many scrapes where they've been, as I say, 1 or 2-0 down and come back. I think it's about time that actually stopped, and I do think that will happen today. Newcastle do have a decent record at home to Leicester. I can't see that ending today, and as I say, I think the team will be the same. I think we'll go out and smash them in the first 20 minutes. They will score today, whether or not it'll be when it to equalise at 1-1 or whether we're 2-1 or 3, 2-1, 2-0 up and they'll score. But I do think we will score goals today. I think, and I'm going to stick my neck out, I'm going to go for us to win 3-1. And I do genuinely not want Vardy not to break it today, because I'm just sick of hearing his name. And yeah, I mean, Leicester fans, you might look at this and think, "Oh, you harsh bastard." But that's just my opinion. You come in, you watch videos on this channel. It's all my opinion, all my people scared to say things or whatever. I'm not like that. People might compare us to other people on YouTube, but I'm just being who I am, and that's giving my opinion on football. I think it's personally, knee bullshit, whatever. But I do genuinely want Jamie Vardy to fall short today, and not, I could say that I want Newcastle to win 4-3 and Vardy to score, but as long as we win and he scores, I'm not. But I'm not like that. I'm just sick of hearing his name. And yeah, so I do think Newcastle will win today. Do you agree with us? If you do agree with us, put some comments on this video, give us some feedback, and we'll go from there. Obviously, I'll be doing the reaction video straight after the game, and hopefully I'll be talking and celebrating a Newcastle United win. But yeah, if you agree with this, give us a like. If you like the video, give us a like anyway. If you don't like it, give it a dislike. Put a comment on, tell us what you didn't like. But like the video and subscribe, because we'll obviously be doing these videos all season and for the oncoming years or whatever. So if you like the videos, thanks very much for your support so far. You've all been great, and I'll see you all later.